But a righteous man is going to have problems. Amen. Amen. If you're living right, you're going to have problems. If you're doing what God's calling you to do, you're going to have trouble. You're going to have trouble. Amen. Brothers will be honest with each other. They will be honest with each other. Amen. Sometimes, you know, you may have a brother that, amen, who's new in the Lord. Amen. And he don't know quite the ropes as far as living a Christian life. Amen. If you see that brother's going towards the wrong direction, that's going to hurt his Christian life. Amen. You have to speak up. You have to say something. It's almost like, you know, you and your next door neighbor live in the same neighborhood, door by door, and go to the same job. He leaves for work before you, and you discover you see smoke at his house. His house is on fire. You get to the job, you have a decision to make. To either tell him that his house is on fire or don't. Now, you know, if you tell him that his house is on fire, you know, he will have a bad day, he may get a headache, he may have an upset stomach, you know, this is going to mess up his whole day. So why tell him? Is that a friend? Is that a friend? No. Now, it's bad news, it's sad news, amen, but a true friend is going to let that person know, hey, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Hey, you know what? Watching too much that BET may upset your spirit. Because the Bible says, lay aside every weight and sin that so easily besets us, and run this race with patience. So some things may not necessarily be a sin, but it can be a weight. It can be a weight. If God delivered you and saved you, amen, from a lifestyle of drinking, and you need a job, don't go to the liquor store for a job. That's the wrong place. That's the wrong place. Go to Kmart, be a greeter. Amen. 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 If God has saved you from a lifestyle of lust, doing other kind of things, amen, you may not necessarily be good at one of those persons that's a seamstress and taking measurements of women's garments. That may not be what you need to do. Amen. Amen. So some things, amen, some things we need to have some common sense on. Amen. And not try to take on more than what we're able to take on. But brothers are honest with each other. Amen. They will let them know things are not right. Fifth, brothers pray together. 1 Samuel 20:12. And Jonathan said unto David, O Lord, O God of Israel, when I have sounded my father about tomorrow any time or the third day, and behold, if it be good toward David, and I then sin not thee, and show it thee. Amen. There was a constant awareness of God. Amen. When you have a brother, you're going to be constantly aware of God in that person. Amen. You're going to be constantly aware of the God, because see, we're like I said before, we're all trying to, amen, reach the place where God will say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. I thank God today for this. I thank God for this breakfast. I thank God for this gathering, because here's the thing. No person is an island by himself. I look at the skies and I see birds in this beautiful formation. Beautiful formation. Beautiful formation. Beautiful formation. And they're all working together for one common cause. They not got one bird flying this way, another bird flying that way, another bird flying. That's chaos. And see, when you have chaos, that's the environment for the enemy. Chaos will invite the enemy to come in and tear things down. But Jesus said that I come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Amen. Jesus also prayed that we also be one. He also prayed that we will be one. Not tear one another down, but be one, because we all have one cause. So brothers, pray together. Number 6, got a couple of minutes. Brothers are faithful and loyal to one another. Proverbs 18:24 says, a man that hath friends must first show himself friendly. And there's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Jonathan and David said that they meant what they meant and meant what they said. I'm going to say that again. Jonathan and David said what they meant and meant what they said. There was a time, amen, when a man would say something. That was his word. That was his word. He would say something, that was his word. We need to get back to that time. We need to get back to that time. My youngest son, he said something very profound about 5 years ago, and my wife and I was having a discussion, and I forgot what it was. I said, and my wife said, that's not, no, you're not, you lied. My son said, Mom, Dad's a preacher, he don't lie. And I tell you, that meant so much to me. That meant so much to me. And see, we need to get back to that. We need to get back to that where you say something, it's good. Not if we say something, amen, and someone look at the color of our skin and they say, no. Now, don't bank on that. It ain't gonna happen. Look at them. And see, there are times I go to certain stores and people just watching me, and watch me, not knowing the other man is robbing blind. Because they look on the outside. Right. On the outside. Yeah. And sometimes I have my hoodie on, because it's cold. What do you about that? Yeah, it's cold. California. It's cold. I have my black hoodie on. Yeah, amen, but watch me. But you know what? It's all about what's on the inside. It's what's on the inside. And see, I think that's what drew Jonathan and David together, because what was on the inside. Matter of fact, David was the second king of Israel, and he was chosen. And when Samuel went to anoint him to find this king, Samuel they didn't look at David first. They were looking at the one that were tall, David's brother, husky and robust. Surely that's the king. God said, nope, not that one. Then went to the other brother. This must be the one. Nope, not that one. So Samuel asked Jesse, now, is this all your sons? No, we have one. Just have one. Look, really. He's out there just tending sheep. Bring him here. Bring him here. And God said, that's the one. That's the one. Because here's his thing. Man looks on the outward appearance. God looks at the heart. God looks at the heart. And that is something that we all need to remember, that when we are faithful to the things of God, we're not going to be all the time acceptable to society. We're not going to be what society deemed as popular and successful. But the true story is, what will God have to say about our lives? See, now, the reason why I think God chose David, because David, he was a servant. He had a servant heart. Now, that's not on my notes, but a brother is going to have a servant heart. A brother is going to go out of his way. And even I was reading the story, and I was in my NIV, and got to the part where David was on the battlefield, and he heard that Philistines, and saying, who is this uncircumcised Philistine